Hello and welcome back to the Bielsa Stand YouTube channel. We've got a new video for all of you. It is about Sam Allardyce, ex-Leeds United manager, otherwise known as Big Sam, who managed Leeds United at the end of last season. So let's talk about his playing career as well as his managerial career and his time at Leeds United. So a bit about Big Sam. He's currently 69 years old. He was born on the 19th of October 1954 in Dudley in Birmingham. So he's a West Midlands boy. He actually was at Dudley Town throughout his youth career before moving to Bolton Wanderers and moving to their youth setup. He then made his debut at Bolton Wanderers. He made over 180 appearances. He then moved to the likes of Sunderland and Millwall. Other teams he played for were Coventry City, Huddersfield Town, Preston and West Brom. Now let's talk about his managerial career. He has managed a lot of clubs, let's be honest. He's been caretaker of Preston. He's managed Blackpool. He's managed Notts County. Obviously Bolton, where he managed JJ Okocha and they did that dance. He's managed the likes of Newcastle, where he wasn't really liked. He managed Blackburn, he managed West Ham, he managed Sunderland. He also managed the international team of England before he had to leave after one game. He managed the likes of Palace, Everton, West Brom, and of course, Leeds United. So let's talk about his managerial career and his stats. So yeah, he was actually manager of Preston, caretaker. He was manager there for 12 games, only winning 3 games. So that's a 25% win record. He then moved to Blackpool, where he was there for just under 2 years, 1994 to 1996. He managed 112 times for them, winning 44 and having a win percentage of 43%. He managed the likes of Notts County as well. He was there for quite a while. 2 and a bit years, 146 games, 56 wins, 38 win percentage there. He then went to Blackburn. No, he didn't. Not Blackburn yet. He actually went to Bolton, where he was there for a long time, 1999 to 2007, managing over 370 times, 371 times. He actually managed, winning 153. 153, losing 114 games throughout his time there. So win percentage of 41% there. He then went to Newcastle for 24 games before getting the sacked and Kevin Keegan replacing him. He actually only had a 33% win percentage there. He then went to the likes of Blackburn now. There just under 2 years, 90 games, 32 wins, 35 win percentage. He then went to West Ham. He was there for quite a while, just under 4 years. He got them promoted from the Championship, where they beat Blackpool, I think, in the playoff final. He said it was his greatest achievement to that point. He managed the likes of Noble, James Collins. He brought in the likes of Andy Carroll for £15 million from Liverpool. So yeah, this was a season. I mean, this was the time when Andy Carroll came to the club. Who else did he manage throughout his time at West Ham? He managed the likes of Zarate, the Argentine striker. He managed the likes of Kevin Nolan. He actually brought Kevin Nolan to the team, as well as Ravel Morrison, Yossi Benayoun. He also managed at West Ham, Diarra, Matt Jarvis. So quite a few players there. And you know what? He's had an impressive amount of good players he's managed throughout his career. Obviously, all being the Leeds players last season who were absolutely shocking and got us relegated. But, I mean, at Newcastle, you think about it, he managed the likes of Mark Viduka and Alan Smith, the 2 ex-Leeds United players. He brought them back. He thought, you know what, let's have a reunion of those 2 players, like the days of Leeds. And yeah, he actually managed those 2. He managed the likes of Enrique, a Newcastle icon up there, because he helped them get stayed in the Premier League with his goal. He obviously beat cancer as well, so he's inspiration to many people. He managed the likes of Joey Barton, who's very controversial. Now, at Blackburn, which players did he manage there? Stephen Nzonzi, he managed the likes of Stephen Warnock, Leeds United's future left-back. He actually sold Stephen Warnock to Aston Villa before moving to Leeds. He had to sell Santa Cruz as well. Apparently, he was actually offered the Man City job. This was before he joined Newcastle now. But the offer was withdrawn when Man City was purchased by the Abu Dhabi, I guess, after Tangent's purchase offer of the club was accepted. So maybe this was the owner before the Abu Dhabi owners. But as I say, he's managed the likes of good players. Sunderland, he managed the likes of Coney, Rabi Kazari as well. Obviously, Palace, he managed the likes of Patrick Van Aanholt, Luka Vajic and Schlurp. Now, let's quickly just go back to his managerial stats for a second. As I say, he managed West Ham before moving to Sunderland, where he was there for 31 games, helping them stay up in the Premier League. 9 wins he had there, 29% win record when he was Sunderland manager. He obviously managed England for that one game before. Was he sacked or did he leave his post? I don't know. He got a 100% win record as England manager, the highest anyone's managed for England. So fair enough to him. He, as I said, managed the likes of Crystal Palace. He was there for about half a season, 24 games, 37% win record, 9 wins. Then he got the Everton job when Everton were looking like they were floating in relegation. He was there for 26 games, 10 wins, 38 win percent record. And then he thought he should have stayed on the job, but obviously Everton didn't see that. And he actually did a good job at Everton. He then managed West Brom, where he saw them get relegated. He was there for 26 games, 4 wins, before going to Leeds on the 3rd of May 2023, where he was there for under a month. He left the job on the 2nd of June 23. 4 games, 1 draw, 3 losses, 0% win record for Sam Allardyce at Leeds United. So not the best time he had at Leeds. He brought in some personality, he brought in some character. He was no nonsense. He said Rutter wasn't ready to play in the Premier League, which he did actually play Rutter because he didn't think he would be ready. But yeah, he's managed a varied amount of teams. As I say, Everton, he actually replaced Koeman, I think. When Koeman was manager of Everton, he got the sack. He then managed Everton. Now, who replaced him at Everton? Have your guesses. Was it Roberto Martinez? Was it Carlo Ancelotti? Do you know who it was? Because I can't remember on the top of my head. It was Marco Silva, who actually didn't manage long. He was later on sacked, but now he's the manager of Fulham, doing well at Fulham. I mean, if you think about it, Everton's last managers, they've had the likes of Lampard, Dyche, Rafa Benitez, Carlo Ancelotti, Sam Allardyce, Marco Silva. Sam Allardyce is one of those household names. Look, Sean Dyche plays a similar ball to Sam Allardyce. Frank Lampard's a no good manager. Rafa Benitez at Everton didn't work out, did it? Carlo Ancelotti was all right at Everton. He did well with Everton. He obviously had Rodriguez in the team then. And yes, I mean, Everton's had quite a varied managers. I mean, throughout the last years, they've had David Moyes, obviously, before moving to Manchester United. As I say, Roberto Martinez has been manager, Koeman as well. So a lot of big names they've had as managers. Obviously, Koeman being Barcelona legend. He obviously managed Barcelona before getting the sack and Xavi replacing him. Now, there's talks that Xavi will not be manager next season at Barcelona, but that's completely irrelevant to this video. So as I say, let's talk about his time at Leeds United a bit more. So he obviously replaced Javi Gracia. 4 matches left of the season. Very tough matches. We had the likes of West Ham, Tottenham, Newcastle, was it, and City. I think they were the 4 matches. So to get many points from those games, it would have been tough anyway. He brought in Carl Robinson as assistant manager. He brought in the likes of Robbie Keane, ex-Leeds United player as well, where now Robbie Keane's managing Maccabi Tel Aviv. So yeah, he brought in some people to help him, his own backroom team now. Interestingly, Sam Allardyce at Leeds, it was at that point where Leeds United were just like, whatever will happen, will happen. I thought it was a bit of fun, actually. You know what? If someone asked me 3 seasons ago, you're going to have Big Sam as manager, I'd be like, no way. But actually, at that point, we had the likes of Jesse, we had the likes of Harvey. Why not give it to Sam? He was the best hope. I just couldn't care less. We knew we'd probably get relegated anyway. But yeah, it was just like, I couldn't believe we got to that point of bringing Sam Allardyce in. Now, throughout Leeds United's recent history, Sam has been linked to the Leeds United job, but it was not successful, obviously, since he never became manager. Now, I don't know if he was actually really properly linked or just newspaper talk, but he did become finally manager of Leeds in May 2023. Now, let's talk about some controversies now. He actually left the England job by mutual consent, interestingly. So, yeah, and this was due to allegations of malpractice, I believe, when he was England manager. It was the 2016 football scandal, a corruption scandal where he was part of, where the Daily Telegraph, I think, caught him speaking to someone or whatever like that. But yeah, he was very happy to be England manager. He said in a recent podcast that he couldn't watch England for the next few years because he found it too upsetting or stuff like that. But as I say, Big Sam has managed all these teams, including the mighty Leeds United. And you know what? I would have minded him to stay on this season, I think, because our club was such a mess. But now, a lot of those players have gone. We've had Daniel Farke being appointed since the summer. We obviously won our last game against Cardiff 3-0 under Daniel Farke. So at the moment, it's going all right. We haven't brought in any players throughout the January transfer window so far. This is when I'm recording this. What else do I want to say about Sam Allardyce and Leeds United? Oh, so during the last week of him being manager, so this was before the Spurs game, he brought in legends like Gordon Strachan, Eddie Gray into the training for Poch to help inspire the players. Obviously, it didn't really work because we lost against Spurs. He also trained the players at Ellen Road for the last few days of the training season because just to get used to the pitch, I guess, or just because he thought it may work to help them get a result. It didn't work in the end. But yeah, that's really Sam Allardyce's time at Leeds United. It was a short time. It's actually the shortest tenure of a Premier League manager, 30 days, surpassing Les Reed at Charlton Athletic. I think Les Reed actually was an ex-Leeds manager, wasn't he? No, he wasn't. Nope, that wasn't Les Reed. But yeah, enough about that. Thank you very much for listening. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Remember to check us out on social media, and I'll catch you later.